We're about to get our first bout on the way, and we have Daniel Shook going against James Ronsick.
You know what's kind of funny about this matchup? Actually, I had to train one of my guys to fight against Daniel Shook. It's a hard thing to do. He doesn't really have like a weak area. He's really well-rounded. And then you have Adam Ronsick, who's one of the most experienced guys still on the amateur circuit.
Yeah, you're not going to find an amateur fighter with more fights than James Ronsick. You know, he has a rough schedule when you look at it, but if you look at the level of competition he's went against, and if you watch some of those fights, he's fought some tremendous fights against some really tough opponents.
Yeah, and he's fought for several titles, for several organizations. And you know, the experience itself gives you a great edge, but I just do not think that anything's going to affect Shook coming into this fight. He was in some rough spots against Landon Moore, put him in a lot of bad places, and he came out on top, toughed out a decision. Fighting is gas tank. The guy, third round, they're both gassed. They're just, and Daniel's still pulling out some crazy moves, and walked away with a nice unanimous decision in that fight. It's hard to train for him because his first fight only lasted 20 seconds.
Yeah. This should be a really interesting fight. Honestly, this is one of my dark horses for fight of the night.
I'm not going to disagree with you there. I mean, Ronsick, I've never seen him in a boring or a terribly one-sided fight. The guy doesn't give up. People put him in bad places, and he just keeps coming.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that you can always expect a good fight. I haven't seen him in a bad fight.
Never. Yeah. I think, Ronsick has had some problems with some guys out-wrestling him and using the top position to kind of dominate the pace of the fight. And I think that's what Shook's going to want to do in this fight.
Yeah, that's the problem that we've seen with a lot of Ronsick fights. He's a tall, lanky fighter, but he has a tendency to get just overpowered and taken down by like a strong wrestler. Yeah, that's been, I think, a downfall in a lot of his fights.
He's one of those guys, though, that does use his jab, uses his reach pretty well. Yeah. On the ground, I've been seeing his legs. He's been throwing them up on people. He just hasn't been able to lock in that submission yet. I'm sure he's been working on that with his camp.
Standing 5'4" and weighing in at 135 pounds, representing Renegade Fighting Systems from Greensboro, North Carolina, posting an undefeated 2-0 record out of the red corner, Daniel Shook.
I do have to say I love those shorts. I want to get me a pair.
The digital camo.
Yeah, represent the Marine Corps.
James Ronsick.
Right away we see the distinct reach and height advantage for Ronsick here. We'll see if he puts that to use.
But we also see a distinct advantage in the muscle factor on the shorter fighter.
They want to comment on, I'm glad you could miss. If I say it, it's going to sound really bad, but...
Oh, Ronsick's coming out very aggressive.
Using that reach really well, but...
Oh!
Shook is really powerful, and he's using that. Oh, and Ronsick comes with the takedown here.
He can grab the hand, he'll have himself a tight guillotine, but right now he's trying to go arm in.
I don't think Shook's ever been on his back right now. I think this is an awkward position for a nice sweep.
And right as we say that, he decides to change the position. Adam's not going to want to control that posture of Shook here, because Shook has a 20-second win, which to me just says he can come out and he can land some heavy hands with the TKO. Right now he's having a little difficulty getting around those long legs of Ronsick. Ooh, Ronsick locked up a bottom side head and arm triangle.
Yeah, Shook's going to want to push away. He's going to have to push his own arm, or he's turning red here. But
it looks like he went out.
No.
Wow.
From the bottom.
From the bottom. Yeah, you don't see a head and arm triangle usually finish from the bottom. Usually they use it as a sweep, but he put him out.
Wow, that's the experience and that composure of Ronsick here.
Yeah, he had a strong, tough guy on top of him. but with that much experience, it's not going to freak him out, and he looked for his opportunity.
He looks a little unsure of where he is right now. He's saying he's fine, but
Yeah.
you know, it's I don't think he knows what happened really. But he locked that up fast.
Fast and tight, you know. That's one of the benefits of long, skinny limbs.
I wish I was a long, skinny guy at this point. So Ronsick puts another win on his record, while Shook gets his very first loss.
Well, might not be fight of the night, but that might be my submission of the night.
That might be submission of the year. I've never seen one pulled off from the bottom, especially while indoor.
Well, I don't think Daniel Shook has seen that before either.
In 1 minute and 11 seconds by head and arm choke, the winner out of the blue corner, James Ronsick.
Oh,
Well, that was a nice little start to the night.
that was a wonderful start to the night. You know, Ronsick came out very aggressive. Saw a nice slam by Shook, little groundwork, and then somebody took a nap.
DJ
That's why you don't wear your pajamas to a fight.